The moment this dog said a final goodbye to her owner is absolutely heartbreaking. The bond between a man or woman and his or her dog is a powerful thing. Whether it's the first family dog you grew up with or a puppy you adopted as an adult, there's nothing quite like the relationship you form with that furry friend. When you spend so much one-on-one time with any creature, there's bound to be an intense emotional attachment. After all, your dog depends on you for food, shelter, love, and attention. As a result, pets will often develop an unconditional and unbreakable love for their owner. This was the case with one older man and his tiny dog. But when David King was in the hospital, dying of cancer, it became clear to his family and medical team that he would not be going home. That's when they worked together to hatch a plan that ensured David would be able to say farewell to his beloved pup one last time. Many animal lovers believe that a dog is man's best friend, and who wouldn't want the chance to say goodbye to their best friend before leaving this world behind? 17-year-old Ellie Miguel recently took to Twitter to share the emotional and heartwarming story of her grandpa David's final farewell with his beloved Yorkie mix Little Free. My grandpa is losing his battle with cancer, so the nurses helped my grandma sneak their dog into the hospital to say goodbye, she wrote, alongside one photo of Little Fee in a handbag and another of the tiny pooch curled up next to Ellie's grandpa. The post quickly went viral, with many commenters chiming in about how sweet this act of kindness was. Ellie explained how this special moment was made possible in an interview with Yahoo. My grandpa loved his dog, Little Fee. She would follow him around everywhere. He would bring her everywhere he could. My grandpa had been battling cancer for the past couple of years, but last week it took over his whole body. He spent about a week in the hospital, and my grandma brought pictures of the dog to hang up. The nurses always heard my grandma talking about Little Fee, so they encouraged her and helped her to get the dog in. They had my aunt carry the dog in a really big purse. For the first time that day, he moved his arm in attempts to pet Little Fee. It was a moment I'll never forget. Sadly, David passed away just a day later, but at least he was able to say goodbye to Little Fee thanks to the help of his kind and understanding nurses. This isn't the first time a family has sidestepped a hospital's no pets policy to bring comfort to a sick relative. Back in June, Shelby Hennick's story went viral after she smuggled her grandma's dog into the hospital by disguising it as a swaddled baby. When the time came to say goodbye to Ryan Jessen, his family knew there was one friend who had to be included. A dying man's beloved dog was brought to his hospital bedside to say goodbye after he suffered a brain hemorrhage. A heartbroken family have shared the intimate moment a beloved dog was allowed into hospital to say goodbye to her owner, who was dying from a sudden brain hemorrhage. Ryan Jessen was rushed to the hospital last month after what he initially thought was a migraine turned out to be a fatal brain hemorrhage, the Sun reports. The 33-year-old was surrounded by his family on November 30th as doctors said he was set to lose his sudden fight against the condition. And in an emotional farewell, hospital staff allowed his dog Molly in to say goodbye, with the moment being filmed by loved ones and later shared on Facebook. Michelle Jessen, Ryan's sister, posted on the social networking site, "The hospital did the sweetest thing for us and allowed us to bring my brother's dog in to say goodbye so she'd know why her human never came home. If you knew my brother, he really loved his sweet dog. He thought he had a migraine, but it was a ventricular brain hemorrhage. They think it was brought on by high blood pressure, and there's speculation that his frequent consumption of energy drinks may have contributed. Thank you to everybody for the outpouring of support, but I won't be responding anymore. We are sincerely touched and humbled by others' stories, their sharing in our sadness, and the kindness of so many people. Don't worry about the dog. We're keeping her. She's part of the family." Since being posted, the video has been viewed almost 9 million times. His family confirmed that Ryan's heart is going to a 17-year-old boy in California. A photo of Molly was later shared by Ryan's mother, showing the dog lying on a couch. Molly will miss her doggy daddy, his mother Lori Ann, Hinkenlooper Jessen wrote. Miss Jessen added that doctors think her brother's brain hemorrhage was brought on by high blood pressure, with speculation that his frequent consumption of energy drinks may have contributed. His organs were donated, and his sister noted on December 1st that a 17-year-old from California, whose birthday is on Christmas Day, received her brother's heart. As sad as it is to lose Ryan, we know his heart is going to bring so much joy to the family of the recipient, she wrote. I wish Ryan could know what a difference his heart will make for that young man. His mother added that the family were grateful for all the support they had received. She said, "We release him with gratitude to give the gift of life through the organ donor program to waiting recipients. We have personally and prayerfully received much support, for which we are gratefully indebted to each and every kindness. It happened so quickly." Don't forget to share this heartwarming story.